Hello everybody. Oh, back to E.S.O. Yeah, slight change of plan. I was going to start Markarth, I think, at the end of the last episode. But I seem to recall that there's an achievement needed for certain things by completing the dragon one. So we're going to start the dragon's lair. Not sure how well we'll get on with it, but we'll find out as we go along. So we're heading to Southern Elsewhere. Let's see what happens. Not taking any notice of the story quests or the DLCs that we've got. As you well know, I stopped playing for quite a long time. Hence the title of the playlist it's on. E.S.O. The Return.
If you see a pawn shop, give a shout. I want to get a gift for Aurelia.
The General doesn't see anyone without an appointment.
It's good to see you again, Vestige. And good to be alive, I must admit. I'm sure you have questions, but first a more urgent matter. Dragons ravage elsewhere, and I need your help against these fire beasts. A dragon has taken a nearby island as its lair. I believe it means to attack Senchal from this location. We need to slay the creature before it strikes. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to secure a ship willing to take us to the island. General Renmes, leader of Senchal's military forces, could commandeer a ship for us. We need to arrange a meeting with the General and convince him to aid our cause. What say you, warrior? Will you help me slay this dragon? Now, meeting with an Imperial General is faster said than done. The paperwork alone would take days to file, and the dragon we seek could attack the city at any moment. So, I found an alternative method. Your aid and this handful of jewels. First, you must bribe Renmus' scribe Nadama to put us on the schedule. You'll find her in the tavern. Next, you need to speak to Darku in the city's outskirts, just south of here. He can forge our credentials. You also need to delay Arniel Bronk, who was scheduled to meet with the General today. Arniel's ship just docked in the harbor. If you steal his vessel's manifest, the Dockmaster should detain him. That will give us enough time to speak with the General.
Okay, bribe a clerk, pay the forage, steal a manifest.
Lucky be willing, all will go well, and our meeting with General Renmus will commence without issue. Meet me at the palace when you're done. Meanwhile, I'll learn all I can about our upcoming dragon hunt.
Okay then. He's going this way.
It was him, I swear it! Sai Sahan, in the flesh. The last time anyone saw him was in the Imperial City.
Maybe not.
Let's say you really did see him, and you aren't just drunk off your arse.
Out this way. Creek.
Habadra speaks true. The dragons fought each other.
Your eyes are what they used to be, grandmother.
This one knows what she saw. Our village wasn't attacked.
Yeah, yes
Just
it
in
is.
their way.
Whether writ or will or waver, Darku is your savior. Tell this one, what need have you of the finest forger in all of Senchal? Interesting. Most interesting. Diplomatic papers. Yes, that would get you in to see the Shaveskin General. Of course, skills such as Darku's require compensation worthy of his talent. Ah, yes. These beauties will do quite nicely. Here you are then. Diplomatic papers. All up to date and ready to present. Just make sure you have an appointment, eh? Wouldn't want to walk in on the General unannounced.
Okay. Yeah. To the clerk, is it?
Can't you see that I'm trying to drink away my sorrows? It's an extremely delicate process, you know, doesn't require company. Today, you are very, very funny. General Renmus's schedule is full today. If you want to see him, fill out your paperwork and submit it, just like everyone else. I didn't know you were feeling so generous, Walker. I suppose your name can be added to the general schedule, but that is all, yes? You'll need to secure the proper documents and delay his previous appointment. Thanks for the generous donation. Let's just make sure this little exchange stays between us, yes? I'm going to finish my drink and then find the next ship off of this moon's forsaken city. If dragons weren't bad enough, all these refugees will eat sensual out of house and home. I'm leaving.
Back in the saddle.
You don't look. Yeah.
What do you want?
Did you hear? Some robed strangers just chartered that ship.
Dirty thief!
Arniel Brunk, we're ready for you now.
Finally. I thought I'd never get off this dock.
You said you had a ship manifest. May this one inspect it?
Yes, if you must. It's right on this crate.
All right, this shouldn't take long.
Something the matter?
Do you play games with this one? There is no manifest on this crate.
Tempted to go for that sky shard.
I'm sure it was there.
Wait! This one thinks you ugly and stupid, like all Muskar's criminals. But your bounty's paid. Move along.
This is unbearable.
Were you able to secure a meeting with General Renmus? And so we must prepare for our first battle, my friend. A battle of wits. Remember, we must convince General Renmus to commandeer a ship for us. With it, we'll sail to the Dragon's Island and slay the beast. Not much. And what I do know, I'm not sure what it means. A ship sailed directly to the Dragon's Island recently. It displayed no banners, and no one in Senchal recognized it. It's possible we're not the only dragon hunters in southern Elsewhere. I won't discount the possibility, but I also won't plan for it. For all we know, this ship was bound for another destination. Or it has other business on that island. Though I'm at a loss as to what that might be. Let's head to our appointment.
Okay then.
Halt! Official business only.
We have an appointment with General Renmus. Here, our papers.
These seem to be in order. All right, you can go in.
It's not every day that Captain Sai Sahan graces my office.
Greetings, General. I am here to request a ship to hunt down a nearby dragon.
Slay a So, you're a companion of the infamous Captain Sai Sahan. Though I suppose that title no longer means anything, given the current state of Cyrodiil. Well then, care to share how you plan to slay this dragon? An admirable venture, I'll admit, if not a foolhardy one. Unfortunately, I have neither the ship nor crew to lend you for such an expedition. The city is chaotic enough as it is, and I can't afford to spread my resources.
Okay, you have to help us out here, matey.
Which is precisely why I can't agree to your request. If a dragon does attack Senshal, I'll need every soldier and ship under my command here to defend the city. I'm sorry. Your cause is commendable, but my mind is made up.
Thank you for your time, General. Come, my friend. Let's speak outside.
Well, that was a waste of time.
What do you suppose they do for fun around here?
What do you want?
Well, look there. We have a guest.
Hold on. I think I know someone who can help you. Hello, I'm Aelia Renmus, General Renmus's daughter. I couldn't speak freely in front of my father, but I might know someone who can help you get to that island. But tell me, do you truly believe you can slay a dragon?
Fingers crossed.
Then I want to help. Or, well, send you to someone who can help you. You should speak to Zaji, captain of the Perfect Pounce. He may be a smuggler, but he cares about Senshal. And he's my friend. He can get you to that island. I know. My father certainly wouldn't approve. Then again, he hasn't approved of most of my friends since we arrived in Senshal. Not that my father's disapproval has any bearing on this conversation. He loiters around the city's outskirts, along with his first mate, Casca. Just look for a doggy rat and a cinch rat arguing with each other. You can't miss them. Oh, and tell them Aelia sent you.
Okay then.
I should head back to the palace. Good luck.
Let's see if this Zaji fellow is as honorable as young Aelia believes. Would you care to walk there together? There's much about Senshal I can tell you. Otherwise, we can meet in the city's outskirts.
Yeah, let's go.
Very well. Follow me.
Go on then. We shall jog. Oh, this isn't too far at this speed.
Refugees from the recent dragon attacks have flooded Senshal. They have lost homes and livelihoods. Despite the city's best efforts, most go to sleep hungry each night.
What is it?
Many take advantage of these hopeless souls. Thieves and cutthroats steal any item of value they still carry. While these refugees languish, the city's underbelly thrives. While the dragons
you're rather
ravage this
large.
land, these people will suffer. That is why we must fight. Not for glory, not for fame, but for the innocents of elsewhere who cannot fight for themselves.
Just buy another ship? Casca, you won't, Zaji! Can't you see that Zaji is grieving? He has lost everything. His home, his heart, his one and only lady love. Oh, how can he go on? The Perfect Pounce! The finest vessel to sail the Topal Bay! Someone stole her as we slumbered. A heartless wretch. A thief without honor. A member of Zaji's very own crew. He is sure of it.
Nartis Meris. Ugh, may he suffer 1,000 salty cuts. No, but Nartis does. And Zaji knows we can find him in Southgard ruins. Pounce needs provisions before it sets sail, and that's where Nartis will get them. But why are you offering to help, Walker? Alias sent you. Then you must be walkers of honor. And this one must admit, slaying a dragon sounds quite heroic. Very well, it's a deal. If you help Zaji get his ship back, he will take you to this island. We must head to Southgard ruins and search for Nartis. It is a coastal town of sorts, just south of St. Charles. With some persuasion, that clawless dark elf should let slip the location of the perfect Pounce. Then we steal her back.
Okay, don't need all the other information. We do need to get that. Sorry mate, we're not running with you anymore. We need to get that sky shard. Where are you? On the way over there. Ooh, what's that?
Oh, nice. What did you find?
Wood.
We must sneak in, Casca.
Our new companions certainly love to quarrel. Zaji wants to infiltrate the encampment and take Nartis by surprise. Casca, on the other hand, suggests we launch a frontal assault and deal with him directly.
Never stung as much as your betrayal, Casca.
I'd go with the assault directly.
Very well. We'll start our search at the north entrance. I'll follow your lead. Meanwhile, Zaji and Casca can make their way to the other side of the encampment. I'll leave their strategy to them. Luckily, Zaji provided a map of the area. I've determined a few locations where I believe Nartis may be, given their relative isolation from the rest of the encampment. At the very least, this path should let us search most of the camp.
Okay, it's the north entrance then.
Do you accept the plan?
It is an excellent plan. We'll circle around to the back, yes?
And knowing your mouth will alert every pirate in Southgard along the way.
What? Zaji is the epitome of discretion!
I'm going to take the lay of the land. I'll meet you at the entrance to the camp.
Oui. doing the frontal assault.
I don't see Narcisse. Let's move on. No sign of the Dark Elf here. Let's head north.
I do believe we're good at this.
Stop right there. He locked the door. Stand back. Quickly now, after him. Well, that's one way to catch a thief.
Walkers, good to see you. Look who Zaji found. Why don't you say hello?
Please, Zaji, don't let Casca rip out my throat.
I'll stand guard while you
All right, I admit it. I stole the perfect pounds and brought it here to Southgard. But I no longer have the ship, I don't. I sold the ship to Admiral Irathi, but they haven't set sail yet. The ship is still berthed on the south docks. Irathi hasn't even finished loading up the slaves. Did I say slaves? Silly me! I meant cargo. They're loading cargo. I would never sell a Khajiiti ship to a slave trader. All right, yes, Irathi is a slaver. But I swear I didn't know that until after I sold her the ship. Please, you have to believe me,
Zaji wants you to know there are no hard feelings. In our business, it's sink or swim, yes?
Oh, dear.
That's right! You can't swim! That went exactly as planned, which honestly may be a first for Zaji. Zaji is counting on it. There's no place for slavers in elsewhere. But there's plenty of room at the bottom of the sea. Perhaps Kenarthi will even take pity on Narcisse and guide him to wherever it is that Dark Elves go. There's not a sailor in the Topal Bay who hasn't heard of Admiral Irathi and her practices. Many Khajiit have suffered because of her. But now we have a chance to repay this suffering, yes? Oh, you want a plan? Now, that plan would be... Zaji and the Bearded One will draw away the slavers. Meanwhile, Casca will help you secure the perfect pounce. We'll reconvene when the coast is clear.
Against my better judgment, I think we should follow Zaji's plan. Besides, it's best if you help secure the boat. We wouldn't want our new friend sailing off without us. Let's just say I'm not discounting the possibility. Aelia Renmus seems like a respectable woman, but she may not be the best judge of character. For now, let's hold up our end of the bargain.
We've got help.
Admiral, so good to finally meet you. Remove that wheel lock or we'll never sail out of here.
Oh, it is good to be home.
We should sail for Senchal before reinforcements arrive.
Excellent point. Hey, Walker! Get us out of here!
I told you the captain would get the pounce back.
Whoa, what the hell's that? Big tiger.
I heard what happened from the crew. I'm glad you were there to help recover the pounce. I don't think Zaji would have handled the loss of his ship very well. Speaking of Zaji, did he agree to sail you to the island? I'm glad to hear it. I knew Zaji wouldn't let you down. I'm coming with you. If this dragon is going to attack Senchal, I want to help defeat it. Besides, I'm sure you could use an extra hand.
You're good.
I'm good with a bow. Look, I'm aware of the risks, believe me. But this city is my home. I can't just stay behind and hope you stop this threat. Not when I can help. I won't stand by while my father and friends are in danger.
Welcome aboard.
You're competent, I'll give you that. Enough to slay a dragon? We'll see. The odds don't look good. We don't know the island. We have no idea how strong the dragon is. We'll have to improvise, and that rarely goes well. And wait for this dragon to burn the city to the ground? No, it's better to die fighting than to perish hiding behind a wall. Besides, we're profiteers. We know a thing or two about risk. Someone on this ship has to be. If everyone plans for sunny weather, how will we survive a storm? Despite the odds, it's not hopeless though. If we can fight, then there is always a chance we can win.
Guess the captain got the pounce back. He always does. Not the first time he's lost it, you know. Practically everything. If it weren't for old Dirge, the whole ship would sink under the weight of the grime and barnacles. Not that any of these louts would notice. Enough jawing. I've got to see what condition the pounces come back in.
Now that we've secured a vessel, our next step is to infiltrate the dragon's lair. Zaji will stay on his ship in case we need to make a quick retreat. Casca, on the other hand, has asked to join our hunt. If she wishes to protect her home, she should have that chance. Once we reach the island, we'll search for the dragon. Luckily, we have the Horn of Jadari to help us fight the beast. Before I made my way to elsewhere, I searched Drakengard's sanctuaries for weapons and wisdom. There, I learned about the Horn of Jadari and how it was stolen by the dragon Volokson. I found Veloxen's lair, slew the beast, and took back the horn. A dragon horn of immense power. Its sound forces dragons to fall from the sky. It should give us a great advantage in battle. That said, we may also find more resistance than a dragon on the island. Another ship was seen heading toward the island. I'm not sure if its crew are friend or foe, but we must be prepared for the worst. We can set sail immediately, or perhaps you would like to take a moment to become familiar with the crew.
Person to speak. No, we haven't. Travel. We've done it. E.S.O.
Let's discuss our plan of attack. Judging by that docked ship, we're not the only ones who have business on this island. There's a Dragon Guard proverb. Prepare your counter before the blow. In other words, if they swing at you, be ready to swing back. I also recommend we split our forces to cover more ground. I spotted a cavern northeast of here. Scout ahead and see where it leads. Meanwhile, Casca, Aelia, and I will search for the main entrance to those ruins. Aelia, Casca, you're with me. Stick close and prepare to fight.
I'm always ready to fight. Just keep an eye on the little one.
I can take care of myself, you know.
That's the end of that tale.
Does anyone see a lever? Good to see you, warrior. Thanks for the assistance.
Together.
Ui. Nice.
Hold your positions. That was certainly effective. Well done, my friend.
some time to open.
Inside, now! Follow the beast!
Who are these people, and why are they attacking us?
They are enemies to be defeated. Nothing else
These
matters.
banners, the motifs. There's no mistaking it. This is a Dragon God sanctuary. How dare a dragon desecrate these hallowed halls? Well said. I was able to track the dragon's movements. It should be just up ahead. Aelia and Casca have agreed to guard this hall while we move forward.
Be prepared, little one. I can smell them coming.
Where are you, vile beast? Show yourself! Prepare to meet your end! The horn didn't work. How?
Of course not. That's my horn, mortals. Tell me how you came to possess it.
My companion will speak with you, dragon. But make one wrong move, and my blade will cut deep.
I am Nathalar. I do not fear you, hunter. If you seek a battle, understand that it will be to the death. I would rather talk, though. Where did you get my horn? Zukorav. Ah, so it was Valoksin who hid it from me. To protect our kind from the horn's power, no doubt. Such an honorable fool. And why do you seek to kill me? Are you one of Latvulan's thralls? My oldest foe. A dragon of great power and evil intent. He gathered a cult to do his bidding and subjugated our brothers to his cause. Those who oppose him die. He plans to destroy this land, and me along with it. Why would I attack the Kaz city? It means nothing to me. Only Latvulan matters. You have dispatched many of my brother's followers, so I shall spare your lives. You may even keep my horn. I have no need of it.
You think?
Hold! This dragon means us
No
no
harm.
harm.
Did we come all this way for nothing?
That's still to be determined. For now, let's spread out and see what we can find. Well, I certainly didn't factor this into my plans. The Dragon Guard were very clear about their dealings with dragons. Hunt them, slay them, use their parts. Yet this one shares our goals. This Latvulan seeks to destroy all of Tamriel. If Nathalar wants to stop that, I'd say we have a common cause. As the Red Guard proverb tells us, if we share an enemy, let our blades strike as one. I may not like it, but Nathalar possesses knowledge about Latvulan that we just don't have. And the might of a dragon at our disposal isn't something to toss away lightly. Yes, I'd rather have Nathalar on our side than against us. Our mission was successful, my friend. It just didn't end as we expected. We secured passage to the island, we found the dragon, and we made sure Sanchal was safe. At least from this potential threat. Not bad for a day's work. We also need to learn more about this dragon Latvulan. If it does indeed wish to destroy all of Tamriel, then an alliance is our best way to end that threat. I'm just glad I have your support in this. Your help has already been invaluable. If we're to fight back against Latvulan, we'll need more than a single dragon. We'll need an order dedicated to eradicating this threat. The time has come to reform the Dragon Guard. I do. The crew of the Perfect Pounce already helped us on one dragon hunt. I'd like you to see if they'd join us for many more. Speak to Zaji and see if he and his crew want to join our order. Let's hope Zaji takes our offer seriously. He may find it hard to believe that we want his crew to join the Dragon Guard. In fact, I'm having a hard time believing it myself. But by Lecky, we need them.
This doesn't bite us in the behind later on. Waypoint.
Zaji knew his gut was right. Only a truly great warrior could tame a dragon. Do you suppose the creature will let us ride it? Hmm? No. Best not to ask. This one would not want to be rude. Really? Of course you do. Who wouldn't want the daring Zaji by their side? The offer is tempting. Whoever defeats these dragons will have their names sung by moon singers for generations. Zaji is not one to hesitate, Walker. Not when a stranger asks him to sail to a dragon's island, and certainly not when that same stranger offers glory and fame. The crew of the Perfect Pounce will join your Dragon Guard. Ah, yes. Zaji will speak to the crew. However, there are 2 crew members you may wish to speak with personally. Dirge Traktor, the Imperial with a weasel face, and the beautiful Chisbari. Their particular talents may prove interesting. The Dragon Guard key! Who's a good-for-nothing lout now, mother? But you must be busy with the dragon, no? Zaji will speak to the crew on your behalf if you do not have the time to spare.
Our mysterious crew has departed. Those left alive to depart, that is. They were dragon cultists, yes? It would certainly explain their choice of garb. This Latvalan must have an affinity for black. Very well. I will join your order. Why would I hesitate? These dragons killed many of my people, and I cannot fight them alone. So I will help you hunt down the beasts. A simple decision, yes? The Dragon Guard were a very strict order, yes? I doubt our crew would do well with too many rules. Perhaps some changes will need to be made. I have faced many enemies. Nothing was too big or too powerful for me to challenge. I didn't always win, but I could always fight. When the dragons came, this was no longer true. I would rather die on the sands of Palatine than hide away on foreign soil. This is a chance to make my stand. I will take it. Besides, if I thought your cause was impossible, I would have said no.
Oh, she'll join.
I can't believe we're in a Dragon Guard sanctuary. My father would tell me stories about the Order when I was little. Protectors of the Emperor, slayers of dragons, daring adventures. It was all quite exciting. You want me to join your order? I mean, that isn't to say I don't want to. Of course I do. I want to protect my home before the dragons destroy it. I didn't expect you to ask me to stay. We only face the darkness of fear so that we may find the light of courage. That's something my mother always told me. An old Red Guard proverb, she said. I'll join your Dragon Guard and protect my home. You have my word.
Okay.
I have to admit,
welcome to Dragon Guard.
Our Dragon Guard does seem a little motley at the moment. Perhaps uniforms would help?
Is it me, or is that a better model than have been used before?
I spent my childhood in Cyrodiil. My father was a commander under Emperor Leovic, and my mother was a Red Guard ambassador. Her name was Sadala. I had a tough time fitting in with my peers. They were always questioning who I was. Was I Imperial? Was I a Red Guard? They wanted to put me in a neat little box, but I didn't quite fit. Anyway, my father joined the Colovian Revolt and was given the rank of General by Emperor Varen. Father received orders to come to Central and help with the restoration. He didn't plan to take me along as I was only 13 at the time. Then my mother died, and Exactly. And a new city helped take my mind off of other things. I felt so welcomed in Senchal. The Khajiit never questioned who I was or where I came from. To them, I was simply Aelia. That was all that mattered.
Good.
Yeah. Can you see I'm reading? Trying to read. What letter does that look like to you? Oh. Thought it might have been some sort of code. Well, guess I'm free now. What do you want? Captain says a lot of things. Like more riches than we can count, and easy as a spring breeze. Now here we are, hunting dragons like they're some kind of sky whales. Well, you are anyway. I got books to research. Who'd have thought reading could be so handy? Anything, Dragon Guard. Books on killing dragons without getting eaten, I hope. When I scare up some leads, I could use your help retrieving them. I hear anything about those New Moon fanatics while I'm at it, I'll let you know.
Good. It used to be open.
What do you want? Not surprising. I am the only one who can keep a ledger around here. You hunt dragons. I figure out where the dragons are, and what to do with any parts you bring back, yes? It's the most obvious way to help.
Nathalar and I have come to an agreement. We'll work together to defeat Latvalan, but only that. After our battle is won, Nathalar will peacefully depart from these lands. Now, what did Zaji say to my proposal? Excellent. I'll meet with him and his crew to discuss the particulars. For aiding me in the establishment of our new Dragon Guard, accept this reward. Oh, and talk to Nathalar when you have a moment. He requested your help with a small matter.
Okay, hello, Dragon.
You are wise to ally yourselves with me. Latvulan will not stop until Tamriel is destroyed. He has raised an army and forced my brothers to join his crusade. Those who refuse, die. He must be stopped, for the good of my kind, as well as for yours. A dragon's words have power few mortals understand. When we swear an oath, we are bound by it. That is our way. The dragon Yagrandu vowed to aid me in a time of need. We must seek him out and remind him of his... I do. But I do not know where he hides. I leave that task to you, as the Dragon God of old were known to be accomplished trackers. Seek the aid of a companion who knows this land well, and let them guide you. Now go, hunter. Find Yagrandu. Finding Yagrandu requires a test of skill rather than mere bravery. I am curious to see how you and your companions fare. Yagrandu ran afoul of a powerful dragon hunter in a time before the Dragon God. I found him, injured and cornered, and offered my aid. For a price. Knowing that his life was forfeit, he begrudgingly agreed. My kind call it a soul smear, a blood allegiance. It is an unbreakable bond, stronger than any vow uttered by a mortal. Yagrandu is bound to pay his debt by a magic older than any you know. If you find him, he will join our cause.
Okay then. I forgot to do that.
We're part of the Dragon Guard, Alia. It's not stealing.
I think we should ask before putting them on.
But they look so good on you.
Oh, we have uniforms.
Look what we found, Walker. Zaji has to say, the Dragon Guard certainly has style, though this one did decide to make a few alterations. Now, what's our next move? What does our dragon friend have up his scaly sleeve? A missing dragon, huh? Then you'll want to head to Kenarthi's Breath Temple. The priests there can find all sorts of things, if your cause is just. I'm certain they wouldn't mind helping the noble Dragon Guard defeat a great evil. South of Black Heights, Zaji's childhood village. Just follow the ringing of the bells, yes? You can't miss it. Zaji will meet you there? Yes, of course. This one is your resident expert, after all. He just did not realize that his first Dragon Guard mission...
Okay, where did you get these uniforms? I want. We got one. Not seeing it. Okay. Right, meet Zaji at Black Ice.
It's settled. To Black Heights.
And I'm coming with you.
What? You don't trust Zaji to handle this?
Not in the slightest.
Stendarr keep me safe. And my coins in my purse.
Did you hear? Zaji managed to steal the perfect balance deck.
Right, we'll start making a few detours here, I think, for sky shards and such. And wait right.
Another find for your pack. Back in the saddle.
Okay.
I take no pleasure in killing, but I'm glad we're alive and they're not. You don't want to do this! That's the end of that tale.
Yeah. Pretty much. So.
be helpful. Side by side, let's work together. I do believe we're good at this.
Got the question.
Dark moons.
Yeah.
What? Stay back, stranger. The shrines are shuttered and the sea waters stagnant and squalid. Or are you part of the Syndicate, here to savage the Moonlit Cove? Yes, sacrilegious smugglers and sugar-tooths. They came in their skiffs and turned our sacred shrines into skooma stills. Now the waters stink of their scummy stock. Shaveskins. Should our shrines stay soiled, the sojourners who seek sanctification here will steep in soured skooma. Shazar shudders to surmise what sickness spawns from these suspect waters. It must be expelled. Srendar sends me a saint.
Let's just do this.
Your guidance has made me a better knight. Thank you. My blade is yours.
Spirit. No, I'll leave the healing stuff on it. Sounds better. Sure, that's right. There.
Vendor is with you. I can feel it.
This might be too painful. There.
none left to stand against us. We fought well. For High Isle. Stendarr was with us in that fight.
Make it stop!
We fought well.
You won't take...
Your blood will be in the next batch.
It was it was a little bit easier than I expected. Sure.
say to some celebratory sweets?
Gonna maroon me? Gonna leave me behind?
You don't want to do this!
Listen to her.
Stranger, you're sudden to your skivvies. Have you supped on the shrine's wall? You are looking somewhat sallow. Best not to let the sickening skooma seep in too deeply. Step in. Shazar has never seen such a tsunami of spew. Surely it was a sobering Strendar's salty tears, yes. This sanctuary is safe again. Someone will still need to strong on these smugglers into shoving off, but Moonlit Cove will survive. Take this as Shazar's show of support. May Joan and Jode shower you with succor. Shazar soon hopes to shed his soiled clothes.
Right, where to next? Let's run back to that.
Be nice to get off my feet.
Next junction.
What am I going to tell my uncle? His moon sugar, his guard, even my cat. All lost.
Here we are! Kenathi's Breath Temple, home to sweet winds and pleasant chimes.
Zaji, I don't like your tone. Is there something you're not telling us?
Well, this one may not have left home on the best of terms.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zaji. I didn't mean to pry. Do you want to wait outside?
Lovely, Aelia. Your words are as a soothing balm. With you by Zaji's side, he can do anything. Let's venture forth.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Mother, it's been so long.
Out! Out of this temple! You disrespect Kenarthi with your very presence.
Please, this is important. We're trying to save all of Elsewhere.
Then this one will speak with your companions. As for you, out!
Zaji will...
Zaji claims you seek to save Elsewhere, yes? Tedali doesn't believe anything that comes out of that insolent cop's mouth. But you should not be judged for his failings. A noble quest. Unfortunately, this temple will be of little help. We lost one of our sacred temple bells many years ago. We have not been able to call upon Kenarthi's guidance ever since. Tedali's Jekozit of a son stole it. That is why Zaji is no longer welcome in this temple. Still, Kenarthi shows grace in all things, even betrayal. If you find the bell and return it, this one will search for your dragon.
Okay then.
Once you return the bell,
Return the bell. Zaji, where's he gone? Am I going blind?
I can't believe...
Once you return the bell, why Zaji would perform such sacrilege is beyond this one's wisdom. It wasn't that Tedali, Percy, we pray to Tedali did not. We pray to
Okay. We'll log out and back in again. Hoping that was the problem. Yep, there he is. Why he does
think a
that?
life devoted to the divines would make Mother a bit more forgiving? Well, what did she say? Zaji had trouble hearing your conversation from the other side of the gate. Stole? That is not the exact word Zaji would use. Regardless, returning it would be tricky. To purchase the perfect pounce, Zaji sold the bell to the Skooma Lord, Bahazar the Bull. Said trade involved certain promises. Zaji happened to mention that the bell could be used to find things, which is entirely true. Of course, this one had no idea how to use the bell in that way. Bahazar was not pleased when he learned this. Murderously so. Zaji has made a point to keep track of Bahazar's movements to avoid a confrontation. For example, he currently hides out in Moonlit Cove. If we want the bell, we'll have to sneak in and steal it back. Moonlit Cove is just south of here, right on the coast. A beautiful place to visit, if you ignore the skooma dealers and
Is that where we've just been?
The cove's waters are filled with moonlight. Many go to drink from its waters, for its holy properties, you understand. At least they used to. Now a skooma lord has taken over, laying claim to the sacred water and attacking anyone who enters. Ugh. Bahazar has some harebrained scheme. Probably thinks the moonlit water can be used to make more potent moon sugar, which in turn could make more potent skooma. But what does Zaji know about skooma? Less than you might think, yes. No idea. Zaji knows he's there, somewhere, but Zaji has never gone in for it. In Zaji's defense, he stole a lot of things that night. Besides, how is he supposed to know the bell was so important? The temple has so many, he just thought Mother would replace it. So Mother claims, but how special can one tiny bell be? Zaji thinks she just wants to punish him, make him run all over southern elsewhere to prove how sorry he is.
How are you doing today, mate?
And he will, for the Dragon Guard, but that doesn't mean he will like it. The cove's waters are filled with...
Okay. See you later. Yes, it's where we just were. Can you believe that? Right, so we will go back there next time. Nice. Nice one, mate. So we'll be playing that tomorrow, will we? Alright, okay, no worries. Right, well, you just come at the right time. I'm just about to finish. Alright, I might see you tomorrow then, random. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all soon. This is Olgrey. Signing off.